What's up, guys? Welcome to the TBH podcast. Jake and Wooly.
Finally on to episode 4, dude. None of these half measures, mate.
No.
We're back to full numbers now.
That's it. It's good. Love it.
Halfway to double digits.
That'll be nice.
Oh, man.
I just
can't wait. See, I can't wait to have that 0-1-0,
Yeah.
man. That'll just look primo.
Lovely.
This is actually, we're coming to you from the future
Yeah.
while you're watching this.
Wild variant of topics today on the podcast. Had
Yeah.
a little bit of love, talking about Valentines Day.
Yeah.
We had we had a little bit of
Few funny shares
Yeah.
for myself about some failed love attempts, and it's flat out embarrassing, but it's funny. It's a bit of lightheartedness.
yeah, good for a laugh, mate.
Moved on to a bit of talk about some overseas stuff, which led into personal reveal from myself.
A little bit of mental health stuff.
Yeah. And followed up with legalization of Mary Jane in the ACT.
Lovely.
ATHACT. I was trying to think of something cool.
Lost it. It worked in your head, didn't it?
It did. It sounded so good, man. That was a cool line to finish on.
Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy the episode, guys.
Peace.
Well, welcome back from the future. If this today's intros work how it is.
Yeah.
Welcome back to TBH with Wooly and Jake. Bit of rhyming. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, good, mate. How you doing?
Oh, mate, not as good as you by the looks. What's going on?
It's wonderful what half a glass of scotch can do.
End of the work week, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Love
mate.
it. Good
Kick
stuff,
the load
man.
off. Yeah, first week in the new gig.
Yeah,
Smashing it out.
good stuff, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you happy and happy chappy, mate. I like to consider myself the happy one in the group, mate. But you're flying past me now. I look like a little Suki
always,
Lala.
mate. Not always. We have ups and downs.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Everyone.
Life's a roller coaster.
That's it. Just ride it, eh? Have a good time. Or as good of a time as you can.
Yeah, I'm always having a good time around you, bud.
Cheers, pal. You too.
Well, I'll start off today with a little get it off the chest.
I'm not prepared.
Well, you've got plenty of time, mate.
Wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready. This is more of a lighthearted one this week. I think I've always joked with the mates. I always told you, I wanted to be the first one to go smoke a blunt on Mars. I don't know if you ever remember me saying that. It was like a joke, but there was always a bit of, there's always a lot of seriousness behind it. Like I really do. I have this dream of going to space one day.
Yep.
Don't know how, when, where, but like,
It's plausible.
yeah, I actually wrote it down the other day. So yeah.
Will it
I haven't
into
told anyone.
Yeah,
We're literally willing into existence.
Yeah.
But I was I watched a Joe Rogan the other day, and they had an astronaut on there, and he was the biggest bogan you've ever met.
Yeah,
and I'm
right.
like, well, if he can do it, I can do it. So yeah. So that's my get it off, mate. I'm
Yeah.
putting it out there. I'm going to space one day.
Love it. That'd be unreal, wouldn't it?
Mate, what an experience.
Love to go to space, but it's terrifying.
Literally, like,
it scares the shit out of me.
Doesn't it?
Out of me. Yeah.
just picture being up there and going like 9,000 kilometers an hour or something, or however many. It's ridiculous how quick. It might even be like 9 kilometers a second or something.
No gravity. There's no friction.
It's like
when you're in space.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, that's in the atmosphere, like, so it's like a limbo point, because if you're in space, you just sort of go off anywhere, but
Yeah.
you're trapped in the Earth's rotation or whatever. Or, I don't know, it sounds wild, but yeah, we're
So you
literally,
just want to orbit the Earth.
whatever, man. Whatever's going at the time, one-way trip to the moon or something, I'll take whatever.
Whatever's cheapest.
Oh, yeah.
And affordable.
Yeah. I'll sell a kidney to get up there,
Yeah.
What about you, man? You got something to get off your chest this week?
Not really, eh?
Just happy to be alive, and happy things at work are going good, and
Yeah. It's a bit different being on the tours.
it's always important to get the good stuff off your chest too. You can't always keep
Keep
all the.
keep the negative stuff. I don't really have anything negative. Got lots of positives going on in my life.
Lucky you, mate.
Got an engagement party in a couple of weeks, so bit excited for that.
Yes,
Big things happening.
got my day booked off for that.
Got 2 days booked off for that.
No, 2 days.
Well, I do anyway.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it falls
the day
mid
of.
thing. Yeah,
day off and the day after, just so I can have a couple of bebos.
yeah, and let the hair down, mate. You've been Sounds like both you guys have been working very hard behind the scenes, getting everything sorted. So,
No, Ash has been.
Ashley
I'm just
T's
there for
been doing
moral
all-
support.
You just there, look pretty and
Smile.
smile
Wave at
and
the
wave.
cameras. Yeah.
That's all you're good for, aren't you, mate?
Something like that, yeah.
Good stuff, man. Well, today's episode being Valentine's Day tomorrow, or when you guys get to see it, it'll be 2 days later or something. I don't know. This time travel stuff, man, it's hard business. That's can't keep up with it.
So what do you got planned, buddy? What are you doing? You going to do something nice for your mum and your sister?
My sister's away, actually.
Yeah.
Brisbane. They're down there for a few weeks doing something. Having a holiday before their big holiday, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, think Dad's taking Mum to like it's not a poker night, it's like some other bridge or something, a bridge night.
Bridges?
Like the card game bridge. They go and play like 500 or I don't know, something like that.
Roger.
So yeah, they're going to go hustle some people, I guess.
They're good at it.
Do the old Woolcock hustle.
Yeah. I was going to say they're pretty good at it. That's nice.
What about you, mate? I guess is it all a surprise?
No surprise. So Ash and I are going to spend time with my sister and her husband, the little kiddos. So we're going to go out there tomorrow afternoon and take some stuff to make some homemade pizzas.
Oh, dope.
Maybe watch a movie or play a board game, have a glass of wine, put the kids to bed.
Get wild with it, eh?
Yeah. Might even stay up past 9 o'clock, mate.
Knock back a few, why not?
Yeah.
That sounds good, man.
Should be good. Hanging out with family.
I don't think I have one good Valentine's Day memory that comes to mind.
Really?
Hey, it's always been a time of year like just stresses me out when I had a partner.
Okay.
I think now that I'm single, it's like I'm just like, whatever, it's just another day, you know.
I feel like I've never really fed much into it.
Yeah.
Even being in a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not really one to sort of specify a day to, like, I know everyone says that and it's real cheesy.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
You just do.
yeah, if my partner's feeling down and I know and I'm coming home from work, I'll stop and buy her flowers because she's had a rough day. Like, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day to do that. So,
Gonna need to verify these things, but yeah, sure, mate.
That's
it's
the
true,
way.
but it's I want to say shallow. I'm just gonna go with it. It's a shallow consumer thing, but
Still nice.
you know, it is a
something.
good reminder for blokes to, you know, and ladies to, you know, hey, you have a partner, do something, you know, do something nice for them.
Nothing wrong with spoiling your partner, mate.
Nah, that's right.
Whether that goes for
But,
both sides.
I got a funny story about Valentine's Day.
Far away, man.
I won't use any names. I don't want to embarrass any poor girls out there. But I just moved into the new place, so you know, like been stressed as for the last 9 months, whatever, getting this house sorted and the rest of it, and so we moved in on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, right.
You know, so you know, I was broke, as you know what it's like buying a house. You know, you just every cent is going to something. You know,
I didn't even know there was shit that I'd like. The amount of things when you buy a house that you have to pay for that you just don't even realise.
Mate, yeah, you get in
the
there
money
and
for
there's
the
nothing. You're like, I can't even use this thing.
Yeah.
Lucky it's got a roof.
Like connection fees and like, man, it just like, we had like the cash you got to put into the like the real estate trust fund. You just got to have like $2,500 sitting around. Like,
Yeah, and they just ring you up like it's no big deal. Like,
Yeah, hey, do you mind just-
you want to flip that 2.5 over? Yeah, oh,
yeah, just pop it. Here's our bank details. Flick it over. Yeah, sure, mate. Why not?
2.5 what? Like, what are we talking here?
Yeah, boxes of mac and cheese.
It was worse for a new house too, because like didn't come with like no hose attachment, so I can't even use water, like outside water. You know,
That's
no
rough.
blinds.
Yeah.
Just nowhere to even stick a bin. Like there's just so many things, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god. Anyway, so I hadn't prepared a present.
Yep.
You know, and this is where I'll take ownership and say like I didn't really do anything. I thought like, you know, taking this nice girl into this house was like present enough. Like that was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, I think.
I would have thought the same thing.
Yeah, but I think she sort of felt like I needed to do something a bit more to, you know, I was more focused on the house than her at the time, so I can understand where the confusion come from. But anyway, I think at last minute I'd remembered, and so I went out and bought like a little stuffed teddy bear or something, and yeah, I think she might have been expecting a little bit more and wasn't too upset, so I grabbed the bear and threw it over the back fence and
See ya.
yeah, catch a yeet. So yeah, what about you, mate? Any shock horror Valentine's Day story?
I don't have any shockers for Valentine's Day, mate. Like I said, I've never really sort of been a big partaker in the thing.
You play it safe.
Yeah, something nice and easy. Flowers, card.
Yeah.
I mean,
Light a candle maybe if you're feeling saucy, mate.
nice dinner. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably the most I've spent on Valentine's Day is like going out to a nice restaurant. So Church on Palmer. If you haven't got there and you live in Mackay, you need to get there.
Yeah, I've been there once, and that was for a mate's wedding.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't it?
So good.
Tasty.
And they're selling the place too. And the guy that owns it is the head chef. So let's get in now before it sells if you want to try the menu before. Who knows what could happen once he goes. So
yeah. Ooh, might have to chase him down for a little potty, mate.
Hey.
Wouldn't that be a ripper one?
Yeah.
We're full of good ideas. We rarely follow through on any of them.
Oh, yeah. Some people are a bit podcast shy.
Yeah. But yeah, episode 4, we're going good, man. We're in a bit of a groove now, I feel like. Yeah. Just finding, man, I feel like it's like we got like one day of the week and it's like if we don't do it this day, it's like it's not going to happen this week. So it's always it's good.
And yet we like organise it in advance because we've rosters and stuff. And
yeah, it's a mess.
Work hours, and yet still somehow we get to the point where we sort of still and ahhing about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, like in the car getting dinner before, I'm like, what are we going to do today? I'm like, it's Valentine's Day, man. That'll do.
Why not?
Love a bit of Valentine's Day. But yeah, love is definitely in the air around the place. Well, I was out about today, and I was sort of like trying to catch a bit of a Valentine's Day vibe, and there wasn't even that much advertising and stuff. Like it wasn't.
Okay.
I don't know. It just didn't. Maybe I'm just oblivious to it, but
possibly.
Yeah,
been a while, mate.
You know, it's like the Christmas. They pump like everywhere you look's Christmas, and then even Easter gets a bit of a pump up.
Yeah, that's true. But I've already seen hot cross buns that came out months ago.
I went and bought a 6-pack of those little chocolate boys the other day. They're delicious, man.
Cream eggs getting around everywhere.
Yeah, 35 seconds in the microwave. Rhyme.
Oh, man.
But yeah, Valentine's Day is just not,
It's probably less of a thing when you're a single man too, I suppose. Been a while since you've had a lady partner, mate.
Yeah.
Have you had any love interest since the balloon lady?
The balloon lady? Why would you bring that up? Oh, I've got to tell it.
That's a cracker.
That is
story,
a
mate.
that is a cracker. All right, I'll tell it. Why not? So I can't even remember that, man. I can't even told you that. Jesus Christ. So yeah, when I was doing my train training.
Training to drive some trains.
Jesus Christ. Down near Poon, so I stayed with a guy down there, and I'd been single for quite a while, well, probably over a year and a half by this stage or something, but I hadn't really been putting myself out there, or just been really the typical focusing on myself, bettering myself thing. Yeah. But anyway, I was feeling extra happy this one day, and I thought, I was cruising around, going to buy some groceries, and God, I can't remember what happened now. That's right, yeah. I walked up the escalator, and this young lady working at Donut King had pointed me out of the crowd because it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
There was people everywhere, and here's me like grubby outfit, like thongs and footy pants and a singlet, like looking proper bogan spec. And she's like, "Hey, you," and I'm like, "Oh no, like me." She's like, "Yeah, you like, you look like you need some donuts," and I've just full split it and just like, "Oh no, I don't need it," and then hurriedly walked away, and I'm just thinking the whole time like, "You're an idiot, like, why not just wave at her or go over and talk to her or whatever." Anyway, so I'm stewing on it. Couldn't even remember what I came to Woolworths or whatever to get. And I seen this little love balloon thing, and I'm like, "Oh, that was $2."
Yeah,
and I was flat broke at this time, so it was a big investment.
Pennies.
Yeah, I was like sort of had to sacrifice an extra sushi the next day or something, but I'm like, stuff it, I'll buy it and just give it to her, make her day. She made mine.
Yep.
And I'm rehearsing in my head what I'm going to say, and just full getting into it, like nothing else mattered at this point in time. I was just giving this balloon. I get within about 25 meters, and this bloke walks up behind the counter and starts chatting to her, and I'm sort of hung back a bit. And then, he leaned over and gave her a kiss, and I'm standing there with this love balloon on my hand, and I'm just like,
oh man.
So I think it sat in the back of my car for the next 6 months or something, slowly deflated. So that set me back about another year, I think. So I think I'm ready now.
You're ready.
Maybe Valentine's Day is the day to turn my leaf.
Ready to get another balloon? Try again.
Oh God, man, what a nightmare. See, this is what I mean, man. Like, wow.
I laugh my ass off when you told me that story. It's so great.
It's such a me thing, but too.
Yeah.
It's like, what can you do? You can only laugh. I was just like,
exactly.
Like, lucky I wasn't 2 minutes earlier, and this bloke sees me giving his girlfriend a love heart balloon. Be like, hey mate, like,
who are you?
Oh God, just the possibilities are endless. Yeah, that put me off trying for another year at least. But I mean, I'm happy.
You happy?
Yeah.
Don't need someone else to make you happy, mate.
Nah, like I said, mate, she'll find me.
Still holding the poles.
Yeah. So any lucky lady out there, there's a deflated love heart balloon in the back of my car that's got your name on it. It's got your name on it.
Unreal.
Surely you've had an embarrassing moment. Maybe nothing that'll top that, but surely, mate. You're too smooth, but mate, I'm like crunchy peanut butter. You're like that extra smooth, like
silky smooth.
Yeah, goodness, that definitely has not been left in the fridge.
Yeah.
Cut you with a plastic butter knife.
Can't really think of any. I'm sure there's one that's been pushed deep into the back of my brain.
Probably just erased it. Like,
yeah.
Let's forget about
just
that one.
Just forget about that one. Try again next time. Yeah, no.
Too smooth, mate. What is it? What is it about Valentines? I don't know. It's like, for me, there's like a bit of a excitement and expectation, and I don't know, but it's always this time.
Have you thought about asking anyone if they wanted to go get coffee or anything like that? I suppose you're going to work tomorrow, but
yeah, I'll go on Saturday, but I don't know.
It's just work.
Yeah, he's probably a bit dirty that I'm ditching out on him tonight, so I might have to make it up for him tomorrow night.
Yeah, take him out to dinner.
Yeah, although I'm dirty, he didn't come do the podcast with us today.
We'll get him on, mate.
Got you, mate. I'm off you, mate. I'm off you.
Just got to butter him up.
Oh, mate. No, we had a bit of a tiff before.
Lovers tiff.
Beat him in 2K.
Oh, no.
And then he turns around and puts a 20-point lead on me in the first quarter of the next game, and I spat the dummy and stormed off, and then didn't talk to him for a few minutes, and then I come back in and, oh, sorry, mate, sorry you're getting upset. And then I spanked him again. That's pretty funny. Nah, a bit of a, what's the bro equivalence of Valentine's Day? What's it? Broventines or something?
I don't even know. I feel like
romance is strong.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good to just have someone to bounce off, in the same sort of situation. And
it's such a thing when you're later in life, is finding that essentially it is a brother. That I don't know, sort of grows on you a lot and very quickly when you have good close guy mates when you're older. I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but like we have no problem sharing what our shit looked like this morning.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, that's how close we are. So
yeah, there's no barriers. Hey, there's no filter even. Some
people mistake it for a little bit homosexual, but nothing wrong with a bit of bromance, mate.
I'm very comfortable with my sexuality, mate.
Exactly.
I've got no qualms sharing a bed with another bloke.
No, that's it.
Yeah, well, I know nothing dodgy is going to happen. You don't have that with you. You jump in bed with a young lady, anything can happen. Like that's dangerous times. Yeah. It scares me a bit.
It's true. I know. We recently had a new lady start at work, and she was sort of questioning our sexuality because everyone at work sort of loves a bit of banter and talk a bit of shit. Lots of dick jokes and taps on the bum and all that sort of gay stuff. But it's fun. It's just mates, everyone knows what team they're bat for.
Yeah, that's right.
Wouldn't even matter. Like we actually do work with I do work with a couple of guys that are homosexuals. Yeah. Couldn't care less. Yeah. I give him probably more shit.
It's that age now, man. It's just like, whatever. Like, what's the next thing? Like, it's just, I just see people now, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I still don't understand people in this day and age that have qualms with stuff like that. Even like women in power, I still see people all the time that have issues with it.
You mean blokes?
Yeah.
old dudes.
Old dudes. And I don't want to talk to
It's a different time, man, hey?
I don't want to talk to a woman, and it's like, well, fucking guess what? You're going to have to, mate.
How do you think you got here?
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty sure you didn't come out of your dad's ass, man, so you know what I'm saying?
Check the date. It's 2020.
Yeah, man.
Get the fuck over it.
You're about 15 years too late as far as I'm concerned.
Respect people for being people.
Nah, it was good. That's one thing I found, was even just look like I'm a real people looker and stuff, and just I didn't realize I was even doing this. When I saw a face or a person, I'd instantly get a label, and I wasn't even aware I was doing this.
Yeah.
And until I did become aware I was doing it, I'm like, wow, it's like here I am just sitting over here, just you're this, you're that, you're
Yeah.
this. So I'm approaching every conversation with these
Based
massive
on-
assumptions and stuff.
Yeah.
And man, the day that you know left, left that part of me, I guess, was crazy. So now I just see nice smiling, faces everywhere, and there's no story or narrative behind it. It's just another
person.
it's another me,
Yeah.
That's me in another life,
Definitely.
It's crazy.
I met a guy the other night, just introduced through a mutual friend, and he was a diesel fitter, but he actually used to be in the army. And just all the stories he told me about, like, being in the army, I was sort of asking him what it was like and that. Super interesting, but just like being on Bloke Island with a whole heap of blokes that just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. There's a guy at
I'd
work
rather
that,
shit in my hand and clap. And
100%.
And they're
man.
like, all right then. And so someone squatted over him and shit in his hands and clapped, and they've got it on video. I'm like, this is outrageous.
Man, the level of boredom they experience over there is just beyond. Like, there's only so many weights you can fling around, and so much desert you can sort of put up with.
Yeah. There's only so many times you can
That's
drive
wild,
around Nauru.
Yeah, the old Lapos.
Was it 40 minutes?
45. Oh, well, 40 on a good day, like on a Sunday
traffic.
maybe.
Around the whole country in 40 minutes. Not a whole lot to look at.
It has so much potential, but
That
was the sad thing. Like,
island.
if you look outwards,
Yeah.
that's fine. But if you do the 180,
Yeah, looking from the road out to the beach, it was gorgeous. Such a nice place. Just wish it got looked after a little bit better.
Yeah. I really wish I sort of, like, I know you only get one day off every thing, and usually that day was spent, getting on the drink the night before and watching movies in bed all day.
Yeah, sleeping and feeling sorry for yourself.
I really wish I sort of took advantage of it. Like, I did go fishing a fair bit, I suppose, but not to dwell on it, I guess, but it was a beautiful. It had its own unique beauty.
Man, I used to play like 10 o'clock at night pickup games of basketball down at the ghetto court with all the locals.
Yeah, I was.
They all knew my name. I didn't know a single one of those. And like most of them didn't even speak English.
White boy.
Yeah. Hey, Jake. Man, it was a freaking great time.
Any Nauruans can dunk, mate, or what?
Oh, no.
I think you had better hops than them.
Yeah.
Some of them boys.
Poor fellas, they're vertically challenged.
And horizontally. Oh, they make good guards, I suppose. Yeah,
good security guards.
Big wide boys.
Do you ever see them eating stock cubes?
No, but I did see a kid eating sugar straight out of a bag once.
So, like, when you make, like, beef stock or veggie stock and you get the cubes that you put in boiling water.
Yeah.
They'd, like, I always seen them at...
Just having a munch.
At the... What's the grocery store called? One down in front of the beach.
We saw that Chinese dude smoking out of a wooden bong.
No.
Oh, yeah, the main... Yeah.
The big grocery centre.
Jeez, how do I want to say a Nui, but it's not a Nui.
Yeah, it's something like that. Anyway.
Where the Wadlow was?
Yeah.
That big one? Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't back it. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll remember it later. Yeah,
Too long
whatever.
ago. Anyway, you remember that in the middle of the night. So I used to always see this, like, the stock cubes in the packets at the front counter. I used to always wonder about it.
Right.
One day we were in the grocery store and I seen someone buy one, and I watched him walk out the door and he just, like, tore the paper off the top and just, like, popped one straight in his mouth and just started chewing on it.
What an animal.
I was like,
That's straight savage, isn't it?
that's straight just, like, salts and carbs.
That's
Just different way of living, eh?
That's that dirty Nauru and dirty bulk, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, mate. Yeah, they love the powerlifting, don't
Did
they?
you ever go back there?
Oh, man.
That wicked job ever opened up.
I think the roster was too long, and especially when I was doing fours.
Yeah.
So we got towards the end, I was just doing 4 weeks.
It's a whole month, man.
And, yeah.
So it doesn't say, like, yeah, it's a month, whatever, but it's a long ass time.
It's been a month away from home with like pretty much complete disconnect, because it's not like you can check social media. There's bugger all internet. Like,
it's the little things. Hey, it's easy access of just like,
Yeah.
just sending someone a message. You'd be sitting there waiting for it to refresh, and you're like,
you'd just be not delivered, and you just be sitting there like trying to send the same message over and over again. So there's lots of stuff like that. I don't know what it's like now. Could be completely different.
probably, yeah.
But
I remember I had a call one night that said there was the house next door to mine was on fire.
yeah.
And and then I never heard nothing back for like 3 hours. So I'm sitting over there going like, is my house okay? And the last message I got was, do you have a fire extinguisher? And I was like, there's a little one in my car, but
it's not going to put out a house fire.
Might put out my little turbo explode, but not a kitchen fire, And I was like, oh my God. And I'm just stressing. And what do you do?
Yeah. I know I definitely utilised the counselling a lot towards the end.
Yeah.
On island counselling was good. But to be in that situation, you needed it.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like a catch-22. Like, it's nice to get free counselling, but...
Is that the first time you'd ever used something like that?
Yeah.
Were you like scared as shit going in? Like you didn't know what to expect or?
Sort of not really, because you forced me into it.
Yeah, yeah.
So after your little incident, I spoke to him.
Yeah.
And then he afterwards, he sort of approached me and was like, hey, you should probably keep coming in to see me. Yeah. And like he come down to the workshop and was just having a chat with everyone. He just pulled me aside and said, oh, like, you might be fine. Just come have a chat. Yeah. And so like I started seeing him a little bit more, just like once or twice a week.
I like how genuine like everyone I've ever seen, how genuine they are. Like it's it's more than a job for them. Yeah. Like it's like obviously they're getting paid and stuff to do it, but there's genuine care there, and that's what I didn't expect. Yeah. I just thought it was going to be like, there's a list of things they say. Yeah. Very movie-esque, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose it sort of gets over-dramatized by the movies, but counsellors are friggin' awesome. Yeah. Cannot recommend it enough. Yeah. And just having someone neutral to talk to is such a nice thing. Like,
it is
someone that doesn't, you
can tell them your deepest, darkest secret and
they're not going to hold it against you.
Yeah.
All right, you made a mistake.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just nice to have that person that's completely neutral, that is just there to listen to you and what's upsetting you or, whatever's making you feel sad.
Did he give you like a checklist of things to do, like in regards to my situation, when you found out about that?
I believe he did actually. I can't remember off the top of my head what they were. But he definitely gave me some stuff to
like how to approach it and
things that I could say, things that we could talk about to make it easier for both of us to talk about what had happened. He gave me some pretty good information on it. I can't remember what it was, and I know I definitely used some of it, some of the information that he gave me.
So just for context, people at home, like I had planned to talk about this at some stage, but there was a stage a few years ago when I was going through some rough shit in my life, and I had an attempt to take my own life, and looking back now, it's just
it seems weird to look back at it.
Yeah, and think that was me.
Different place in your life.
It's 3 years ago, but it was just a mix of a lot of bad decisions that I'd made in my life, and it had all just caught up to me. And I'm glad it happened in a way, because if I had to let it go on any longer, who knows what would have happened. But it was a half-assed attempt, but it was an attempt nonetheless. And at the end of the day, it was all the people that I'd left behind that I'd sort of realised and go like, I can't do this. Like, I can't. It's not fair. Yeah. And the amount of people that affected was. It blew me away in the end.
I think that when you're feeling that low when you are at that point, you might feel like that you're just a drop in the ocean, but
you're alone and
no one cares. The waves that come from something like that is so massive. Yeah, like you can't fathom how many people actually care about you. Yeah, and that's the saddest part.
It was so selfish looking back as well. That was like I felt so much shame afterwards as well, but like It was the launching pad really for everything. That's it,
got us to where we are today. Really.
Yeah, honestly, it was the catalyst. It was the turning point. It was everything basically. Yeah. So I'm grateful in a way, that it happened. It sounds weird to say that, but here we are. So it was cool. But man, the way how you acted and everything was just crazy. Like you're over there with the shitty internet, and you just
I was trying to call your dad.
Yeah, you were just getting into contact with everyone and just made things happen, and it was crazy. It was, it was nice to know that people cared, but it was good.
What you do for mates, eh?
That's it, man.
So, good stuff. We will definitely touch on mental health. I think it's something that's really important to the both of us. I know we've sort of briefly grazed across it in a couple of other previous podcasts, sort of in regards to life choices and stuff that you can do to to put yourself in the best mental space as possible.
Yeah.
We're both very mental health aware, so something that we want to talk about in future podcasts.
It's such a huge thing, and it's everywhere I look now. Like it's just everywhere, and it's every day there's a new organisation popping up battling, and it's so awesome. Like, you know, even in the last couple of years, how far it's come, and you know, I think we want to dive deeper, and you know, the awareness is one thing, but it's what happens afterwards. You know, like you think things get easier afterwards, but that's where the real challenge starts. You know, and like shit gets real after that.
Yeah.
You know, once you hit rock bottom, you think it's smooth sailing, but you have some tough times. But you know, you remember what rock bottom feels like, and you just refuse to go there. You know, it's not an option.
Give you something to stand on.
Yeah. But like I say, the gratitude, man's a huge stress relief. That's what I found. Just thankful. Yeah, like I thought I had nothing to live for, you know, and then you stood back and you go, well, no, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this, and you know, until you're grateful for what you have, you can't. How can you have more?
Yeah, you can't justify anything more than what you've already got.
Yeah, if you're not grateful for what you have, the universe ain't going to throw you nothing more, is he?
Yeah,
well, his basket's full, so that's crazy. I think what we talked about it last week, like, you know, we're sort of stuck on things to say, but you know, if we draw back on our experiences and you know, things that's happened to us, it sort of opens up the conversation a bit better. So
yeah, definitely.
It was a bit nerve-wracking sharing that experience, but
it's all right, mate.
It's part of who I am.
That's a big get it off your chest, that one.
Wasn't it?
Sort of sucked it out of you.
Feel like I'm floating, mate.
That's good.
He didn't suck it out of me, mate. I was glad. It's good stuff. But we might wrap it up there on that note.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. Did have a little quick one before we go.
Oh, up him, mate.
So, you're, 9 months sober now? 8 months?
June 9. Yeah, 8 months. Over 8 months.
So, ACT has legalised recreational use of marijuana, mate.
Yeah, I've thought about this long and hard, mate.
What's your plans?
Don't know.
Take it day by day.
Yeah, I thought
I feel like it's only a matter of time before the rest of Australia legalises it. It's such a money-making revenue for the government you think of cigarettes and how much tax they put on cigarettes. There's no way the government doesn't.
Mate, honestly, Bob Marley said it best. He's like, alcohol destroys nations, weed will heal nations. And I honestly think it's true. And every study that I've ever, like, I'm not some scientist, but every study I've looked at, you know, every country in America every state in America that's legalised it, crime rates down.
Yep.
Domestic abuse down. I don't know. Is that a coincidence, or I don't think so?
Nah, definitely.
High people don't. Coincidence. You know, what high person's going to go steal someone's stuff? You know, they might knock at the door for a very long time, but they're not going to break into a house, are they?
Yeah, and someone gets super drunk and goes and punches on with their best mate, but you get super high with your best mate.
Yeah,
you might fucking hug and kiss each other to death.
Yeah.
Like,
you might have sore ribs from laughing. You know, like I wouldn't just jump into it, but you know, like, I mean, alcohol's legal, but it's freaking terrible. So, like, just because it's legal doesn't mean I'm going to go and do it. But I'll take it as it comes, man. I'll just wait and see. You know, like, I'll definitely be using like oils and stuff for, like, you know,
CBD oils and stuff like that.
You know, just not getting the high out of it. Definitely using the plant. Like, I'll probably end up growing a few of my own just for that sort of stuff at home if it does become legal. But
yeah, I mean, hemp is such a renewable resource. It's so great.
Everything, man. Clothes. Yeah. Actually, that was big news. Actually, that ACT thing, and it's sort of the media hasn't really hyped it up as much as I thought they would.
No. I heard an interview on Triple J today where they talked to one of the police sergeants, captains. I don't know what her ranking was. They talked to a police officer from ACT.
Yeah, got their thoughts on it.
Just about what she sort of thought on the subject, and it was more so about her speaking about driving and stuff like that.
Yeah,
while under the influence. So yeah,
I mean, that's something that has to be hashed out. But, you know, like,
I feel like the testing process will get better though, and they've just never had to get it any better than what it currently is, because what have drug tests really been used for up until this stage is just for work. Yeah. So I think
that's a good start, is getting rid of, you know, urine tests for marijuana, because it does stay in your system for so long. But the effect,
swab test,
but that's got nothing to do with the effects. You know, the effects can be anywhere from short to long. You know, but, you know, have you ever woken up after smoking a bit of weed and being like, oh man, I really regret that. Like that was, like
Yeah. I only had a pretty good sleep.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like
wake up feeling good.
Thought about some wacky things, and obviously you mix it with other stuff, alcohol, and it's like anything, man. If you're in a bad state of mind and you're doing some mind altering stuff, it's not going to have a good effect. That's my thought.
Yeah.
I think there will have to be some stuff in place. Like it's not just going to be like you can go down and buy a pound of it. Like I think if everyone has like something linked to your license, where it's like you're allowed to have so much per week, or I don't know. It's
there's got to be some kind of legislation like that on it.
Yeah, it'd be a good start. I personally think that they should have stuff like that for alcohol. Like if you're going and buying a carton a day or every 2 days, there's
Well, I mean, they have it for they probably don't enforce it as much as they should, but they have it for gambling, for like addictive gambling. People that
do they really?
Yeah. So, when I used to work at Harrop, we had a heap of IDs on the wall of people that.
Oh, really? If you sell those people,
they told us themselves, look, okay. I shouldn't be playing the pokies. If you see me here, I want to be escorted away.
Yeah.
And because some people just can't help themselves. It's the same as alcohol.
Very much know what that.
It's the same as marijuana.
That
it's the same as cigarettes. So there is structures in place that people can sort of use to stop themselves from gambling.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you can still sit there on your phone and spend thousands of dollars on whatever.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you have to have some sort of self-control. You can't just rely on someone else's to do it for you. You're not a child anymore, That's
actually a really good point that you made about the alcohol, though. Something universal like your license, where if they see you're buying 3, 4, 5 cartons of beer a week, someone is obviously not doing so great if they're drinking
even if it just you get a flag and someone calls you and be like, hey,
are you okay?
It's a breach of privacy and the rest of it. I can understand that, but
yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's I don't want to see anyone die because of it. Like I've seen what it does to people and stuff, and it's not nice. Like but I think first decriminalising marijuana would be a great start. Yeah. Which I think it's been like that in the ACT for a long time. Yeah. So just clarify, has it been legalised for recreational use or just
personal use? For
personal use has been?
Yep.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. So they've got shops and stuff, or
I'm not sure on the situation.
Man,
I just know
it's going to be like if that's the case, it's going to be like Colorado, and that
I'll just move there.
It's going to be boom. It's going to boom, man. Like Colorado. Honestly, like every second shop down there is a pot shop now, and like just picture this, like you go to a bar and it's just a bunch of people having a few doobs or a few edibles and stuff, and there's like games and like how much better atmosphere is that than a loud nightclub with pumping music and sweaty messes and people dialed from
trying to lick their eyebrows off because they can't keep their jaw still.
But you just picture it like it's like almost like a jazz bar, I guess, or something. It's like a bit of smooth, lo-fi music or something.
I love that. Imagine a lo-fi bar.
And just being able to go out from work, meet up with a few people,
go chill at a lo-fi bar.
But that's where the transportation thing comes into it, and it's have to be worked out. But I mean the amount of money it's going to revenue, like have pickup buses and no different to a club, like a courtesy bus,
country club, got a courtesy bus.
That country club,
Mate, as long as they got a little short par 3 course there as well.
Oh yeah, a little bit putt, man. But I think it'd be great. Honestly, like it's, it's got such a bad stigma for no reason. Like I don't know.
It's amazing how a plant became so illegal so quickly,
so hated.
Yeah, because like what. Don't quote me on this because I don't know the full extent of the story. I just know small segments of it. But didn't the American government fund false research into like Mexican cartels and tried to blame them for like crazy Mexicans or something like that? I can't remember about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something along those lines that it makes Mexicans want to kill people, and like that was what their
that was the propaganda.
That was their clinical research that they'd privately funded to get it to what is it, a class 1?
Yeah, it's like it's listed in like most Western countries worse than like heroin and ice. Like
blows my mind. Anyway.
But yeah, I think, man, honestly, take it out of the hands of the criminals. Like, take control of it, and obviously, don't just let people be able to grow crops and crops to it, because the crime will still be there. But if you take control of it a bit, and obviously there's still going to be black market stuff, but who's going to want to risk paying, $50 to some dodgy dude down the street when you can just go into a shop and pay that little bit extra, but you're getting proper stuff and it's safe, it's been tested,
pesticides and toxics and
anything, man.
Stuff.
I think it's personally, I think it's a great thing, and I'm pretty keen to see what's happening, man. Start buying some stocks in THC.
Yeah, I think that might be the plan.
Honestly.
Well,
all those boys overseas that had heaps of money in them, man, they're probably laughing now.
Yeah, I'll have to look into if there's any Australian-owned companies that already are offshore operating.
Most are in Canada, I believe.
Yeah,
I looked into it a little bit, but it's not my forte. But someone with a smarter mind. But
I'll get back to you on that one.
Something to look into, man, for sure.
Get back to you on that.
Turned into a pretty good episode.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for coming on, mate.
Always, mate. It's a pleasure.
Lovely being with you.
Make me blush now.
Thanks everyone for listening.
See you guys. I hope you've had a lovely Valentine's and treated your significant others with care.
All right.
Peace.
See you guys.